quite amazing that they would, at me. It's amazing that they would just leave all this merchandise here. They just pack up and go. That's global corporate. That merchandise doesn't matter. The people don't matter. They just close up and pack up shop, and that's it. So yeah. So, it's a little bit melancholy. You come into a place like this after its heyday, and it's just really not, it makes you wish for brighter days, Woo! All I want for Christmas is, woo! So, as you can see here, here's an old sex shop. Here's a body and bed bath works.
Oh wait, let's go this way. Check those feet. Check those feet. Check those feet.
And then, this is really...
This is a weight machine.
This is really the price you pay for, cheap labor and all that, You see these shops shuttering their doors, and, they don't care about the people that get hurt from all this. Fire extinguisher. They just don't care. Yep. This is where, this is the old food court. Look at me. This is the old food court. People used to eat there. They used to get their food. They used to sit at this little bars and they'd shovel it right in there. Shovel it right in their meat holes. They shovel the food right in their meat holes right there. If you see here, this used to be an entire store that they actually demolished, and now it rises up and down. They made room for an elevator to get through all the abandoned. If you can see there, as you can see, it doesn't work at all. It's not operational. It's not on. It's completely turned off. This is all just for show. It's special effects that we put in just to see what we're showing you what it would look like had it be open.
Doesn't what really matters is that you can look in all reality and know that I care about you. And we're the Sketchy Kids. That's what counts. That's what counts. That's what bounce. And anywhere near the up. I've never been allowed to know. I by no means, and is that We're not sketchy. We make sketches for you, the people that we care about. And that's what counts. New York turkey. You know them. We love them. We don't know how they're made. We got them, and that's what counts, okay? So we're going to take the New York turkey. We're going to put it in your face. We're going to let you see it. We know you're familiar. We know. And that isn't what this is about, okay? We've got the New York turkey, and we're going to bring it to you because you're the fine people of this great country, and so that's why we have the New York turkey for you here today. Feathers, gobble. He's got the thing.
Okay, capiche. Okay? We'll see it now. We'll see it. Give us the New York turkey.
Sidekick, New York turkey, sidekick. New York turkey. And his sidekick, Drangus. And he runs around, but he's like a fast one. So think like a mouse-sized elephant that goes really fast. And you've got the New York turkey. You've got the little Speedy Gonzales elephant. They're running around together. They're saving planets, but who cares? I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, do you love the New York turkey? We know that you do. We know that you love the New York turkey, okay? So sit down, hang out with Drangus and the New York turkey, and we'll see what happens, okay? We can't promise anything. I can't promise anything. I'm your host, Terry, okay? That's with 2 T's in the front. But just remember, okay? The New York turkey is coming at you, and he's coming quick, and he's coming smart, and he's coming fast, okay? Run around with the New York turkey and Speedy Gonzales Drangus. And I'm Terry, and that's the 3 names you need to remember today. New York turkey, Speedy Gonzales Drangus, and Terry, okay? Those are the 3 important ones, and we're gonna keep it up. Keep up the good work. Capiche. My back hurts.
Turkey, let's go to outer space. The outer space is the place to go. Anytime. All the time.
Gobble, gibble, dibble, gobble. Capiche?
Turkey, we're there. We're in outer space, man. We're there. Look at the stars. Can you believe there's stars in the sky? I can't believe we're here. We're here. We're Turkey. We're in space.
Gobble, gibble, dibble, gobble. Capiche?
Whoa, Turkey, look. It's a real UFO. It's a real one right there. Can you believe it? Whoa. That's crazy. Can you believe that? It's like a flying disc in the air. Can you believe that?
Gobble, gibble, dibble, gobble. Capiche?
Whoa, Turkey, look. It's a real UFO. It's a real one right there. Can you believe it? Whoa. That's crazy. Can you believe that? It's like a flying disc in the air. Can you believe that?
Gobble, gibble, dibble, gobble. Capiche?
Whoa, follow it, man. It's getting away. We're gonna find out where it's from. We can't sit here, man.
Gobble, gibble, dibble, gobble. Capiche?
We found the planet. Let's go there now. It's the ship. Let's talk to the master. Hey, are you the king of the planet here, man. What's up, man? What's up, dude? You know, what are you doing, you know? Oh man, the space cops showed up. Let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of the place. Let's get out of this world. I can't be here. There's cops here, man. I just can't. I can't do that.
Brenton Sawin, a Christian who looks into the world's greatest my stories. You know, Sawin. I'm Thawi, Benton Sawin. But, you know, if we're really talking about Benton Sawin, a Christian who looks like the world's greatest mysteries,
You know, you gotta think about Brenton, and you gotta think about what Brenton does, and why Brenton does it, and Brenton Sawin is a Christian, so he follows a certain type of, you know,
a certain path in life, and I think that you could kind of agree that we can all kind of agree. Brenton, he's trying, okay? He's doing his best here. All right, look, he solves the mysteries. We've seen it. We know it. We've seen it. Okay, we've seen it a million times.
But
If we're talking about Brenton, one big thing, you know, one thing to think about is where are his mysteries? What do they mean? What do they entail? You know, one mystery is like the missing chocolate milk. He can drink a gallon
of chocolate milk.
Do that in your tum? That's not possible. The acidity versus base, science. We're not talking about science here. We're not talking about science. We're talking about Brenton Sawin, okay? And Brenton solved that mystery. It was in his bell. It was in his tum-tum. That's what
And I know what you're thinking.
it was.
The drawings that I made of this incident, I didn't get the guy right because of the age. The guy in my drawing, that's what he looked like, but the age of it, I couldn't capture, you know, the age. The being kind of looked like he was 65, 70 maybe or something, but not like decrepit old. He looked, you could tell he was older. And in this picture that I seen in the book was a drawing, and it was, I about freaked out. I could not believe it. It was a drawing of the thing that was in my room. I don't know where they come from or what's the deal with them, but they do exist. And I tell you this, if anyone thinks I'm lying about it and they wanted to put me to the test, I'd take and sign my Jeep. I got a Jeep Liberty out here in front of the house. You know, I got a few vehicles. I'd take and sign my Jeep boat over, and say, if you can prove me wrong and prove that I'm lying about this, that I give you that. This really happened, and it's an odd thing because I never really knew where to place this whole incident. It being a person who believes in God, you know, as a Christian, I didn't know how to classify this and where to put that in context of my faith, because I know God's real, and I believe that. And so, you know, the Bible has to have an explanation for who these beings are. I mean, even like a cherubim has got four faces, like a bull and an eagle and a man's face and a lion's face. It's got four different faces. So that would be a very odd looking creature if you ever seen a cherubim. You know, the one that like guarded the tree in the Garden of Eden and had a sword that turned every way. And I think even a sword that turns every way, what's that mean other than guarding dimensions? Because these beings can open up other dimensions. He opened a door, and it was not this dimension. He changed my room, and even when it's made me interested in paranormal type stuff, and I think a lot of people are duped about that kind of thing because I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe they're ghosts. I believe they're demonic entities that are posing as ghosts because they're deceiving spirits. The Bible talks about deceiving spirits and what have you. So I don't know if this thing made himself appear that way, or if this was actually a being that God has created in the far past, in ancient times, like in the Bible where you have east or eastward, things like that. In the very beginning of the Bible in Genesis, these words don't only just mean a direction. They can mean a direction, but they also refer in the Hebrew as time. So time and space, the Hebrew language don't have words that are separate. They're the same words for time and space. And I've looked into all these kind of things because I've always been curious about what this is. And I'm telling you, there are beings out there that we encounter sometimes that are real. And some of them have technology and use it against us, and that's a scary thing. So when you think about the Bible even talks about firing fiery darts at you, and you have to have a way to quench them to block these fiery darts. I think that sometimes these kind of things, if you look at that story, and like I remember Lemura. And I'm not saying that's no word of God or nothing like that, but I think there's a little bit of truth to some of that stuff, the way that they put it, because those Taro and Darrow, the Darrow was like a race of beings that was had problems from degrading over time. The Darrow, I mean, it's kind of a stupid way to put it, being detrimental robots, but it didn't mean they were like robots. They were degraded from the radiation from the sun over a long period of time. They became kind of like a reprobate type of people, and they had no control over like sexual desires or any. They loved pleasure and technology in the story to where they could aim it at you and they could tap into you, affect your thinking. They could like even read like your brain waves and tell what you're thinking. And so there was some pretty bizarre things, and this thing had some kind of device in his hand that he used to manipulate me and my ability to perceive. And I think about that God helmet that I seen on TV, where the scientists had this helmet where they put on people, and it had a magnet right there on the area where he stuck that device. And when they turned that helmet on in these scientific experiments, it made these people perceive other beings, and so they think, well, that proves that it's not true, and basically, since we can make this happen with our equipment, then these things are just hoaxes and just a perception of the mind. But I think you can actually tap into the mind and make a person see into the other dimensions and perceive beings and what have you, just like they could do, our scientists can do today. Pretty interesting stuff.
This is a really personal song, so I hope I do it right for y'all. Am I really a failure, Mama? And how do I stand up to what they say, when all the roads that I've been on have led How do I stand up and meet the day? Probably gonna lie tonight, Mom. Cover up the truth of my mistakes. Then all the things that I have done wrong. All in all, I know I can't be so ashamed. Why am I even alive, Mama? It's just this trouble that I can't shake. Said sometimes it's gonna be hard, you didn't even know I'd figure it out. Oh, but sometimes I just wish it made sense. Infinite judgment, who would even guess it? Who would even guess it? That one's on the upcoming album, Isn't It Dreamy? Look for it at your local children's bookstores. Thank you.